Hey y'all, I'm Grumpy, and welcome to Grumpy Outlaw Kitchen, where I'm gonna teach you how to cook like an outlaw. And today, we're gonna go ahead and work on something called an oven smoked tri-tip, which is gonna have this bad boy right here, our select cut of tri-tip beef, and we're gonna work on something called layering. Layering is when you have 2 to 3 different seasonings that you're layering on your meat. Today, we're gonna be using a real simple rub. For our layers, we're going to be using pink Himalayan sea salt, 4 flavor peppercorn, and onion powder. I've already been starting here, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up and get what we need. We want to have a good healthy amount of everything. Not too much salt, because you don't want your food salty as hell. But we want enough salt to bring out the flavor and everything that we're doing. That's going to be enough right about there. And then we're going to go ahead and add peppercorn. We want to have just enough to, again, bring out the flavor, but not overwhelming. Because the idea here, whenever you're doing smoking or barbecuing, the idea is not to overshadow your flavor, but to bring out the flavor naturally of what the meat you're cooking. And being that we're doing beef, we want to naturally bring out the flavor of your beef. So what we're going to do now, go ahead, get a nice big handful, and rub down our beef. So we're going to fall like this, and just rub it real nice like, until we see that the seasoning is actually going in all the way into the meat. Just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and flip and do the same exact thing on the other side. And sometimes it might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less. Today, we just right. So I'm getting everything in there just like that, smooth and easy. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait a few minutes and let all this flood in there and sit into the meat and let that rest for a minute, and we're gonna come right back and go ahead and add the second layer of the brown sugar for our bark. All right, now that our beef is rested, we're gonna go ahead and do the second part, which is our brown sugar, white sugar mix to go ahead and get that bark. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna put it in our hand like we did the first time and just layer it on there nice and thick this time. We're gonna go a little heavier now because we're using this to make a bark, and which is gonna insulate our meat to keep all the moisture in and give us a nice, beautiful, dark bark. So we got the bottom done, working the top. We're gonna add a little bit more to the top so that when this bad boy's smoking in the oven, all this fat is gonna render out a little bit and give us a better, thicker, smoother flavor. So we're gonna give all this love to it, just like this. And now see, we got a nice little mixture of white and brown sugar to go ahead and just about ready to go in the oven for all the real magic to happen. Just like that. All right, now we're at the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and add our woods now. We got our mesquite and we got our cherry. The mesquite's gonna go ahead and give us a nice, dark, robust flavor. And we're gonna go ahead and do about 2 handfuls, just like that. Cherry is gonna give us a little bit of sweetness, not too much, not too overpowering, just enough to give us a little sweetness and a little color to our product. And what we're gonna do now is lay it all out like that, and we're gonna add water. The reason we're adding water is because we're gonna have these bad boys in the oven since we don't have a smoker, and they're gonna go ahead and kind of steam and give a smoke flavor to our meat. And what we wanna do is we're gonna use a broiling pan, which is what you see me using here. And we got the bottom part full of water, mesquite, cherry. We're gonna go ahead and get the top layer on here. Smooth and easy, just like that. You're gonna get a little bit of cooking non-stick spray. And we're gonna add this bad boy to it, just a little bit. Not too much, just enough. And then we're gonna go ahead, put our beef right there on top. We lost a little bit of sugar, it's okay, we still got some. And just put it right back on there, nice and smooth and easy. Makes it look real pretty. And now, we're gonna go ahead and put our tri-tip in the oven at 220 degrees for the next 2 hours. We want to smoke our meat low and slow. That way we let everything get in there and let everything do what it needs to do to get the flavors we want. So we'll help check back at this in about another hour and 45 minutes to get a look at it. You see, it's been 2 hours. We're finally done it out of the oven. We gave her a little broil on top to kind of darken her up a little bit, just to get that crust in there. We let it rest for about a good half an hour. Let everything coagulate and let everything breathe. Now we're gonna go ahead and crack her open and see how we look. I like to use a large fork and my chef's knife. We're gonna go ahead and bring it to the front right here. And we're gonna try to do a nice, clean, easy cut. We don't wanna saw at it, we don't wanna hack at it. We wanna do it nice and clean and easy, so you can get a nice, beautiful cut on your meat. So back of the hip, and boom, just like that. And we got a nice, beautiful pink inside, letting us know that we're good and ready. We're good and done. Okay. Look how beautiful that looks right there. No leaking, no nothing. And that's how you want your tri-tip to look. And that's cooking outlaw style. Now I'm gonna get me some of this to eat real quick.